We're starting. First ever podcast number 1. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mario Bass, your host, and this is Diego Santiago, my co-host.
Diego.
Yes, sir. How do you feel, bro, that we're starting it?
I'm pretty excited. We're going to answer a lot of questions. This is going to be a good platform to not only answer questions about shoes, but other industries that we're kind of into.
Yeah.
And let's talk business.
Yes.
And ideas, most importantly.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like Diego was saying, that we want to go beyond just talking about shoes. Obviously, that's where a lot of people know us from. But if you guys have questions about because in the end of the day, we're entrepreneurs, we're business owners, so we understand what's going on. Obviously, there's people that know a little bit more than us, but I think we've gotten to know a lot of industries in such a short amount of time. So, yeah, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to put them down in the comments. And we have some questions right now ready to go that some of our followers asked us, and Diego will be reading them along. And yeah, let's just dive into them, bro.
So this question is from 2_Matt_Fly. What is the main goal at the end of the day? You have a store now, so what next? How do you respond to that? How do you feel about what is your daily end of the goal? Your micro goal.
Yeah, I mean, for right now for outsole, now my daily goals are I'm more like focused on the social media side, so like our video content and stuff like that. So every day I try to put a reel out, put some posts of our items that we have in store, and that's like pretty much a daily task for me. What about you, bro?
Daily, I feel like obviously sales is important, obviously numbers.
Yeah.
And then also get to know somebody at a personal level, whether it's just a client or just any person that's into sneakers. Just because, it's very genuine. That's what I like to do.
Okay, cool. What's the next question?
The next question is from Figueroa_26. What goals do you have for the end of this year?
For me, like I said, going back to like the content creation is just to have a lot of shorts out, or reels.
Right.
I want to put hundreds of shorts, hundreds of reels out, just because every single time I make a reel nowadays, I try to improve. It's either in editing or quality. So yeah, and then I just can't wait to see what level I'm at in the end of the year, pretty much. What about you, bro? What's your goal for the end of the year?
At the end of the year, obviously, just get a better insight in the clothing industry. Personally, just because I feel like we can get very creative, and just getting an online presence in the sneaker culture, not just selling shoes, but in the sneaker culture through media. So that's why I think it's very important.
Yeah, to be known, but like besides a physical location, to also too, it might open our doors to cater to more people outside of LA. So. I think it's gonna be a good goal to set for ourselves.
So this question is by Eric13. Most valuable sneaker you ever owned or had in the store?
Oh, hold on. We're gonna take a quick pause. Someone just walked in.
Hello.
Hey, Fatima.
All right. So this question is from Eric13. Most valuable sneaker you ever owned or had in the store, or come in the store?
I guess personal.
Your personal.
My most valuable sneaker I've had personally was the Jordan 1 Breads, the 2016 ones. I got those back in the day working at Foot Locker, so now to see them like super high is kind of crazy.
And that shoe helped you.
Yeah. It was like, yeah. So pretty much what Diego's talking about is. Back in the day before I started outsole, I had a lot of shoes, but not to resell. It was my personal collection. And one of them was those breads in there. And I had to sell all of that to get all of this started. So it was a lot of like separating the emotional side that one has with their items, your personal items. So, but I think it was worth it. And now I see that shoe like, it's one of the reasons why we started.
It was a big sacrifice along with the other sneakers, just because you had to sell your collection.
Yeah, and it means a lot to me. Besides like resale value,
Right.
It's just
What
needs a
about
lot.
any shoe that's been in store, valuable to you, whether it's price wise?
Yeah.
Or any others?
I mean, anytime that I get any Travis Scott is awesome, but the ones that just can't get out of my mind are the Jordan 4 cells, the off whites. So those were awesome. I remember we got them back when we were at the Texture Plaza, and yeah, someone brought them in and they were awesome. So I loved having that shoe in store. It was awesome.
Yeah, that shoe's pretty dope. Another Jordan 4, the calls.
The cause too, yeah,
Those
we had
were
the cause.
sick.
Yeah,
We
that was
got
in the Southgate location.
Back in Southgate
Yeah.
2020. And then one of my favorites, Rookie of the Year. I've always wanted that shoe. Can't never really find in my size. Or, back when I was younger, probably didn't have those bucks for the shoe. But now my piggy bank is asking for them. So maybe hopefully soon.
Yeah, so
Yes,
yeah.
let's go to another question. Views on Panda Dunks.
the Panda Dunks.
Yes.
What do you guys think? You guys like them still? What do you think, bro? You answer.
I could walk away right now. I dislike them, but I mean it's a cool everyday shoe. It's the Nike. It's the Air Force of the Dunks. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah, I think it's the Air Force of like the modern sneakerhead, I guess you could call it, like the ones that don't like to have what we call, quote unquote bricks. So I think that's like the lowest you could go as a Panda. But me personally, when it comes to the Panda, the quality itself, I hate it. Like the quality on Pandas is not good, but I mean, you get what it is what you get. So yeah, the quality is just not
Right.
all that great.
At the end of the day, it's $100.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I know some people have paid ridiculous amount for a Panda, but
Right.
at the end of the day, when it retailed, it was at 110. So,
Yeah.
but the thing about that shoe though is, I think that shoe it means a lot to the sneaker community just because it's what brought a lot of people in. Like it was a black and white shoe, and a lot of people before they got into sneakers, I'm pretty sure it's kind of like either intimidating or it just seems overwhelming on the amount of sneakers that are out. And I think a lot of people's first shoe is the Panda.
Right.
You
Just
know?
because most people like low tops over here.
Yeah,
in
low
LA.
tops. Yeah, and it's a dunk. So
High top Jordan 1 is not everybody's number one choice. Unless it's like a Converse, but then you're paying a third of the price maybe.
yeah, but I like them. Long story short, I like them.
So this one is more of a deeper question. How do you overcome adversities? Well, somewhat deep, depending,
It is. It is.
We can go back to like COVID 2020. One of the instances was closing up 2 weeks. Was it?
A week in business.
Okay, it was a week in business. And then everything shut down. The whole country shut down.
Yeah.
The whole world
Shut down.
matter.
Everything shut down. Yeah.
And only a few were able to continue their businesses post-COVID. So that was one of the pivoting points for you.
Yeah.
So how did you overcome that adversity?
Well, number one, it's funny. I had a conversation with someone yesterday, literally talking about this, and they reminded me that there was a moment, even though those times, I was still like, I wanted to give up. Like, just think about it. Like, COVID just hit. You worked your way up in regular jobs, and you finally got a store, and out of nowhere, it's just like snatched right under you. Like, and there was nothing I could do. Like, literally, no one could have done anything. And so with that being said, there was moments where I wanted to give up, but I guess overcoming adversity for me has just been like, there's a problem in front of you, and there is a way to solve it. And a lot of people, me, there's a lot of instances where I either get too lazy or I let all of these negative thoughts get in my head where I just don't solve the problem. But at the end of the day, if you look at a lot of problems, they're just simple as this. You just list down what you got to do, and at the end of the day, if you get those things done, usually you overcome your adversity. So for us, it was, getting a location up again, which was in the loft. I got a loft and I did it from there, and just keep going. Just keep going, no
Take
matter
it
what's
step by
going on.
step.
Day by day, step by step,
Correct.
sell by sell. Dollar for dollar. Like, it's you can't.
Right. When you look at it at the long term, you're just breaking yourself down even worse.
Yeah, so you gotta
just
take
look
it day by day.
what's ahead of you. Be very present.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Uh,
guess.
so this question is from Angie Batts. What are the things that keep you motivated and inspired through those tough times? You have other instances you want to talk about where,
Yeah.
the robbery in Chinatown.
Yeah.
Back to that. How did you survive out of that? What was your mindset after that?
So what do you want to talk about first, though? The motorcycle accident or the or the robbery?
What came first?
The motorcycle accident.
Oh, really?
And then it was like, I think it was like 45. It was within 45 or 30 days that we got our store, burglarized.
Yeah.
So I guess during that whole time, it's like, well, physically, I wasn't all 100% because, like I said, a car hit me on the side when I was riding my bike, my motorcycle. I was on the way to work, actually, to the shop in Chinatown, and a car came out from a parking lot and took a left, even though it was a double lane, and they hit me right here, and my whole shin was messed up. It was open, it was swollen, it was
take
infected.
You to the hospital.
Yeah, we went to the hospital that day, and so physically, obviously, I was down, but mentally, like, it sucked, because you want to be out at work. Yeah, and the people that know that work hard, when you're injured or sick, you want to be at work, you want to get stuff done, but you can't. And I was in that situation, and then, like I said, the next 30 to 45 days, our store gets burglarized. Like, I still remember that morning like it was yesterday. I just get a phone call from you,
Right.
I get a phone call from Diego telling me, yo, bro, we got to go to the store. It was around 6 in the morning, and you just said, like, oh, they broke into the shop. Who called you, by the way? ADT, right?
Yeah, the security system called me just to make sure they called the cops.
Yeah.
I had no clue whatsoever what was going on. It was like 5:30 maybe.
Yeah.
Sunday morning.
Yeah, it was a Sunday morning, so it was a lot to take in at the moment. But I guess what kept me going through those times was, when it comes to motivation, one thing that I've learned is that motivation comes and goes so quick. You could get that burst of energy or that burst of motivation random times. Like, let's say it's 3 in the morning, you're in bed, and I don't know where you want to get your life together, right? We all get those moments. But
You just want to go run outside.
yeah, but those feelings only last so long. So what I've learned is that you have to like forget about motivation and remember about discipline, and that's what we're talking about yesterday. That we come here every day, and like, who isn't late for their job? Who isn't late for work sometimes? We have that. We're only human beings too, but we have the discipline to come every single day, even though we're not guaranteed to make a sale, even though we're not guaranteed a pay in the end of the day. But it goes beyond money at that point. It's about who we are, how we carry ourselves, and what we want to be known as. And so yeah, that when it comes to motivation, I want to replace it with discipline. To have that discipline to carry yourself, business and mentally and physically, all of that. And then when it comes to, what's the other one? Inspiration.
Inspiration.
Well, I mean, what do you inspires you, bro?
I mean, obviously your long-term goals. Those are driven by your short-term daily goals. You write down every day what you want to do today. Whether it's at work, your tasks, your goals. Outside of work, exercise. Martial arts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But what keeps me inspired is just the unknown. You never know what potential you have set for yourself until you're at a high pedestal, and then there's so many things that you can learn and do that will take you to even different dimensions
Yeah, pretty much.
in a different way. You just got to expand your mind, and once your mind is already out there, you're gonna reach goals you never thought you would have in short terms.
Yeah, and for me, inspiration, I don't see any, like, I get inspired by a lot of things, but also too, one of the big things that drives when I get inspired on something is imagination, because when you imagine things, it's better than just to see, like, for example, like, let's say you're thinking about starting a business, and you look at it on the math side about you got to do this, this, and this, and this. Well, a lot of people give up because of that same reason. They see how hard it is, and they see like how it's just there's a lot to it.
Just gotta do it. Jump into cold water.
And when you have imagination, just imagine what it will be like, what you will be like, and your life and everything around you, what it will be like when you make it. Like let's say you want to start a clothing brand. You imagine that you did it. Imagine that you have a successful clothing brand and where you will be. And I feel like a lot of people forget about imagining today, because this world is messed up. I feel like this world is messed up, but when we were kids, we used to imagine everything, You could have been, a stick and a rock would have been your favorite toy because of imagination. And I feel like today, everybody's gotten older and gone through so much things.
Yeah, they don't really use that
imagination anymore.
Right,
and I feel like it's a big thing that you could use to your advantage.
Of course.
So, yeah.
That was a great answer, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that's going to be the last of it, guys.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
All the questions we have for today. Make sure to drop down other questions. Let us know what
you guys want to hear?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We want to know if you guys are in different industries, stuff like that. Ideas. We love to. We're very open-minded when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah, and just like Diego's saying, just let us know what you guys think. What do you guys let us know what you guys think about this podcast? What our goal is, pretty much, like what you guys see. But yeah, and then like we were talking about in the beginning, our goal is to go beyond just talking about sneakers. Obviously, we will, but it's also to show people that a lot of things are possible, and it just takes hard work, and sometimes you just need to find people, I guess, to be with you during that journey, and maybe physically will not be with you, but you could always hear these podcasts and get ideas or inspired or whatever.
Yeah,
you
that
want to
helps
call it.
out a lot.
Yeah.
Of course, we're all good now.
All right, cool. Well, then I appreciate everybody for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time. We're not sure when the next podcast will be, but let us know. The sooner we get questions, the sooner we'll do another podcast.
Yes.
All right, guys. Peace out.